Okay, we're back. So the sisters are in control of the board cube. They're going to get a +2 to their hand size. So I forgot to do that. They have 3 wounds. I drew 3 cards to make it 6, but they actually get +2 to their hand size. So I'm going to draw 2 more. And of course, one of them is a really cool changeling card for them. That's actually an interesting one to draw. Now, the next thing is, I want to call to your attention. There's this token way up here that gets revealed because we're now in the board space. And I'm going to grab it and bring it closer to us. And it's this guy right here. And then these planets here, I'm actually going to return those to the pile. And the reason is because we're going to need those when we battle Khan. And we're probably never going to go over there. So why am I doing this? Well, we're going to reveal this, and of course it's your standard, not too difficult of a fight. So when we're on the board cube space, we can obviously interact with the board cube, do things there. But if we defeat this guy, this is the Romulan starbase, we're going to get +1 to all of our hand sizes, and it's for all of us. So we're going to get +2 from the cube if you're his sisters, or +1 if you're everybody else. And then you're going to get another +1 from this. So somebody needs to defeat that. And so that's why I'm putting that there. It is currently the Klingon turn, so maybe it'll be them. Let's do a quick check, see what their situation is. So they did take 3 damage. They are going to need to repair at some point. And then we have nothing but move cards. I need a move forward just to get to the board cube. And I do have a small attack. And all of his guys are used up. So I could get some crystals, but that's it. So I need diplomacy, I need repair, I need all kinds of stuff. Lions, tigers, and bears. So I can get an attack 2, shields 2, or long range attack 1. Or if I do down here, I can get an attack 4, photon torpedo attack 3, a shield 4, photon torpedo shield 3, or long range attack 3. What do I need? I just need 4 to kill this guy. I would take another wound if I did attack him. He has no resistances. It would just be 1 wound. This means it would take double the shields to block him. I would have to take a wound to be able to defeat this guy. I also need to move 4 just to get to the cube. So I'm going to spend both of my moves to get to the cube. I'm not going to use a crystal on that. And I could do an attack 4 as long as I can spend a gold. I would take another wound, which would put me up to 4. And I'm going to go ahead and do that, because I'm not going to be able to do anything at the cube at the moment. And then I'm just going to play my Martok card, gold level, and he's toast. So I could do a shield 4, but I need to be able to kill it. And that's it. So I'm going to do the kill, and we'll get 3 experience for the Klingons. And they do lose a reputation because of this. And technically speaking, they're not on the Borg space. They're on the Romulan space. And they will get +1 to their hand size, which will help. So for the Klingons, 1, 2, 3 puts them almost to a level up. And -1 to their reputation puts them at a -1 overall. And they have 4 wounds in their hand. Their hand size is 6. So we're going to draw 2 to get up to 6, plus 1 more for the board cube, and 1 more because they control the Romulan base. And I'm going to put a token. Oh, this is what a stretch. That's about as big a stretch as they're going to get. So we need some repair, and we didn't get any. We got nothing. We did get a diplomacy finally, so maybe we can start recruiting. But that's their turn. We're at the top of the pecking order, so it's Cisco. Cisco needs just 2 movement to get into the board cube. And we do have a repair for Cisco, but Cisco has no damage. Cisco was unable to defeat the guys, but I guess he didn't take any damage. So we're going to do a move 2, and that'll get him into the board cube. And then we have all kinds of diplomacy here. He can hire one guy, so we got a diplomacy of 2, and this would be a diplomacy of 4 if he can spend a red, and he will. So that's 6 diplomacy right there. And he actually has Riker. No, we used Riker to prevent somebody from attacking, didn't we? Yeah. And then the other guy we didn't use because he wasn't able to kill everything. So maybe we didn't use Riker, because he only killed one of his 2. And he was able to do that with long range attack. And then Riker didn't need to prevent the other one because we used a card to prevent the other attack. Yeah, so Riker's still available with a diplomacy of 4. All right, so we're at diplomacy 6 without needing to take a reputation hit. And I could draw cards or repair. I'm going to go ahead and just draw a card. And we got this, which would give us more diplomacy if I discard another card with it. So I'll go ahead and discard this card. And I'm at 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 diplomacy. And I could use an extra die this turn if I wanted to. And I might for the purple, which would then give me 10 and 11. So let's figure out, who is Cisco going to hire? There's a lot of stuff to choose from, and I think we said we were at 9, right? So this guy's 11 if I spend that card to get the purple die. This is 11, he's 10, he's 8. So we can take this guy, although out of all the ones out of here, this is probably the least glamorous because it's only an attack 5. But we could take it, and then we can save our card for a future round. I don't know if I need to save my card for a future round. That's the thing. I think I'm going to use the card to get to 11. And the best one I see here is Hugh. All enemies get a -3 to their defense. So I'm going to take that. And we're going to give it to him. And Riker is still not used, and neither is he. Okay, so we're going to roll this. And we get a purple. And then we have to roll the purple because we're playing that card that uses the purple to turn this into a 5 diplomacy. So this card here is gone, and so is every other card from his hand. So, sorry about the camera shaking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is his hand limit. And then 1 for the board cube, and 1 because we're next to the Romulan starbase. So he's fine. In fact, all he's doing, he's ready to end the round, to be quite honest. So his turn's over. Next we have Picard, and Picard only needs 2 move to get into there. And Picard has some hiring to do. So here's the 2 move to get in. And Picard has a diplomacy of 2. And this could be a diplomacy of 4 if I'm willing to take a blue. And I can get a +2 to it, maybe. And this one is a diplomacy of 3. Or it could be 7. Well, this is only for our away team, so 3 would be this one. I don't know, what does Picard need is the question. We could definitely get one of the more expensive ones, so like Axum or Kurok. Kurok gives an attack of 6. Axum would heal everybody from your away team if they take wounds. I think we're going to go after the more expensive guy, Axum, this guy, and he costs 11. So we got 2 here, and I'm going to put the blue on this, which makes this a 4 plus 2 is 6 more. So that's 6 plus 2 is 8, and then this gives me 3 more for 11. So we're up to 11, don't even need to play the other cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7, and then 8. All right, and so the other thing is that I'm gonna grab these 2, and I'm just putting them all here. They're all in the cube location. So let's re-roll this, and then put all these away in this discard pile. Just knocking stuff everywhere. Now this Borg sphere, we're going to take that and put it in the pile because we're going to need it for the con battle. I'm pretty sure there's Borg spheres in that battle. So nobody's going to move all the way back here to take it on. All right, and then as far as his cards, Picard can't really do anything either. He can try to keep hiring, like to replace his other guys if he wanted, but he's more or less done. He did take this ability which lets him refresh one of his people, so we could do that. There's no battles, there's nothing to do. So you going for a run?
Yeah.
All right, have fun. Okay, sorry about that. Still got to be a parent even when you're playing a game. Okay, so we're done with Picard. Next up is Kirk. Kirk would need 4 movement points to get into the cube. So let's take care of that. And then Kirk has 2 people to hire. So he has a lot to do. I'm going to move these over and move this over and then those up. So we need to move 4, and we have that right here. We don't even need to, we can just do move 2 and move 2 again, right? So there's the move 4 to get into the cube, and we actually need to repair. He has 2 damage. That's from previous rounds, and we have attack cards, and then we have an ability to just put a crystal in our inventory. So I'm going to play this and just take a die and do that. And then I'm going to discard both of these cards because I want to get to my repair cards as much as I can and diplomacy, right? So we're going to discard everything, but I'm going to take a die and use it for a crystal, and I'm discarding everything I can. So I have to keep my 2 damage, and the one I'm taking is I'm going to take a white, and we're going to turn it into a blue for him. I don't know what exactly he needs, but blue sounds good. And then this goes away. All right, so I have 2 cards, and then this would be 3, 4, 5, 6. His hand size is 7. Then he gets 1 more for the cube and 1 more for the Romulan starbase. So, and as you can see, we just drew some more wounds. We got some shields. We can get 2 cards from the discard pile, which could be the repair. We got 1 repair, so that's what we need. And then 2 more wounds. So we have a whole bunch of wounds in our hand, but we can get a repair going, a repair 2, and then you also get to ready a member, which is also cool. So I'm good with that. We definitely need some diplomacy cards. Did I somehow discard those already? It doesn't look like he has that many cards left in his deck. He must have all of his diplomacy and repair cards in this little tiny pile here. So we're going to draw them, and then I'm going to play that card that lets me pull stuff out of my discard pile as much as I can. But we have to wait until next turn to do this. But yes, Kirk is also in the cube. And then we're moving on to the sisters who are already there. And what did I do with... So if the sisters took the cube, Did the Klingons not move into the cube? I guess not. No, the Klingons attacked some. Oh yeah, the Klingons, I forgot to move their ship. Never mind. Okay, so the sisters need some serious repair. So we got this, which we may want to use. They don't need to do any move. We have a diplomacy, which is good for recruiting, and they do need to recruit. This is good for recruiting. That's good for a crystal, and that's all damage. So what do we want to do? The sisters do have a blue. There is a black available. We're going to go ahead and do the changeling. So I'm going to draw elite, and we're going to replace the non-elite guy, Kyvek. He wasn't that great, although his 4 diplomacy on away missions would be nice. But we're going to replace this guy with whatever comes next, and let's hope it's a good one. And it's 7 of 9. I think 7 of 9 is an amazing one. All enemies lose all resistances as combat would have helped her so much. So she is active and available, although I don't foresee any battles. And then, of course, what we could have done before we did that is we actually could have kept our guy. This is a sneaky little trick. We could have kept our guy, and then what we could have done is recruited one of these cheaper guys, right? So Donatra, right? We could have taken her because she has a long range attack of 2. That's pretty good, right? So I'm going to take her for 6. And then what's going to happen is we're still going to replace Nivek, but I'm going to purchase her. So we could have chosen to replace her, the one we just purchased. That's the reason why I was retconning a little. But in order to get him, I need 6 diplomacy. And what we're going to do is we're just going to get rid of these things. We're going to turn them sideways for, and then we need a diplomacy 4 here. We can use this for 3 diplomacy. And just, that's 3 diplomacy. This is 4, 5. And then that'll get us a crystal. I would like to get a crystal, but we're going to just turn that to the side for 6. So we're going to just discard everything, and that's okay. We recruited and we did the changeling, and we still have 3 wounds in our hand. 4, 5, 6, 7, that's everything. And there better be a repair. Oh, we must have already used the repair card. Where did the repair card go? Must have been very early. It's the very first card she played. So she's probably not going to be able to do anything about her damage. It's just going to end up in her deck. So, but the person we just got is fine. There was no medical officer or anything that could have done repairs. At least I don't think there was. No. So we're good there. Okay, sisters are done. Now it is Khan. Khan is going to reroll blue, which there isn't any. And he's going to reroll white, which there is. He's going to move 1 space. So, like we said, we're just moving up until he's got a direct shot, and then he's going to go that way and reroll a white, which became a blue. Okay, I know things are blurry. My apologies. Okay, Khan's done, and now we're to the Klingon turn. And the Klingon, of course, needs to move on to the Borg space. We'll turn 2 cards sideways to do that. So that gives me a move 2. And he's got a lot of damage. 4 of them, in fact. He has a diplomacy card. Can he get anybody? Let's see. He would need a diplomacy of 8. He gets +3 from this. And his reputation is -1. So 3, and that would be 7. And I can turn this sideways for 8. But because he gets a -1, he can't do it. But we can get like a Klingon lieutenant. which gives him this. It's not super good, but it'll prevent Khan from getting him. Or we can get this Federation officer. We're going to go ahead and take the Klingon lieutenant. We can always replace him later, but we're going to prevent Khan from getting him. And it's just diplomacy 4 and hit whatever his other bonuses are, so he's fine. So we're going to re-roll a white die. It's now purple. And I'm going to discard this because it's not useful. Oh no, I don't have to. I'm just going to draw. So there's 4, 5, 6, 7. So we do have Q, so we can get some diplomacy going. And then that is, of course, the one that doubles all of our attacks. We're not going to be able to repair unless I can figure out a way to refresh one of my guys, and I don't think I can. So, okay, Klingon's done. I think we pretty much need to end the round so we can get our repair cards back. Cisco's up. Cisco has no damage, no nothing. So if we end the round, it is going to hurt Kirk the most. Kirk has more cards in his hand he can draw. But if we don't end the round, then Khan's going to just keep moving towards us. And we already know that we can't repair with most of our guys, because the card's already gone, the repair cards that are available. It would have been nice if the Borg would have allowed us to repair there, like a Class M planet would, but I just don't see it. It's not something available. Yeah, I'm just looking real quick, and the Borg cube doesn't do anything for us there. All right. Well, Cisco can't do anything, and so he's going to declare end of round. Let's do that. We're going to declare end of round with Cisco. That way Khan doesn't get another turn. And then we just need to do our recruiting or whatever we need to do with what's left. And of course, with Kirk, that hurts him a bit, but he's going to have to make do. So Cisco's done, and now it's Picard's turn. And by the way, everybody is in the cube now, including those guys. All right, so for Picard, he's hired everybody he wants to hire. He could replace Weyoun with one of the elite guys. What's interesting is Weyoun's actually not bad for what he is. So I can draw 3 cards. Can repair, heal, ready, all that stuff's available. Ready a level 1 or level 2 crew member. So I'm going to ready Weyoun and then just use him immediately, which I gain a blue data token or a gold data. Oh, it's a token, not a crystal. Dang it. I was hoping to get a crystal. But I could ready somebody, but I don't even know who I would ready or why. There's 2 elites out there that we haven't picked up. I can spend diplomacy, 2 points of diplomacy to get out another elite guy. It would cost a red. I can do that. Why not? So I'll do that. I'll spend one of the white die, and it becomes a red now. And we get to draw an elite card and add him to the offer. And it's Movar with a long-range photon torpedo attack of 6. So that is, that's huge. That's really nice. Who would I replace with that? I have no idea, but I mean, as good. So 1 here lets me use 2 data tokens, and I get a 6, attack, but it's not a long range attack. Whereas this guy gives you a long range attack of 6. That's really good. He's available for hire, so I'm just gonna put him here for now. This, we forgot to even refresh the skill. Anyways, it's gone. I'm gonna discard every card in my hand. No, I'm gonna do this one first. We're drawing 3 and then shuffle 3 back into the deck. So let's reveal 3 more. And I'll just shuffle those back in. In fact, I'm gonna just discard them all. I don't care. Picard, that was his last turn. There's a nice one I could have used, but too little, too late. And this one lets me recruit any member for free. So really good in the beginning, not so good now. If Picard could level up, we could get the last one out, but we don't have the last one yet. And the only one that has that is Kirk. And I kept saying that these sisters are Romulan, but I just realized, by the way, that they're Klingon. So I guess we don't have Romulans with us. So maybe, I don't know my lore very well. Are the Romulans just always just nasty people and they don't really want to help? I don't know. So these sisters, here's the picture of them. That's clearly Klingon forehead right there. I don't know why I didn't notice that. So my apologies on that. So anyways, who's next? Kirk. Kirk has a million things he wants to do. He's the only one that has a million things he wants to do. No matter what, we're doing this yellow. And I'm going to take a die for it. It's a repair 2. And then I get to ready any of my crew members. So 2 of the damage is going away, which is good. We have a lot of damage in his hand. We're going to ready 2 of them. None of them can repair, so it doesn't matter which one I ready. But then I need to hire somebody, diplomacy-wise. And this is nice. I can put them on top or bottom of my ship deck. But this is the last round because I declared end of round. So all I can do is turn these sideways for 1, 2, 3 diplomacy. And that's not enough to get anything. He needs to hire 2 guys. So that wasn't very smart of me. I probably should have gone another round. The problem is the only person I'd be going another round for is Kirk. That's it. Everybody else has nothing to do. The Federation officer I can get for 4 diplomacy. So how much did I say I had? I played that card. 1, 2, 3 diplomacy is the best I could have done. I wouldn't even have had 4. But I could have gotten a Federation officer for 4. It's not enough. Spots for 2 more. All these wounds that are still unresolved. And I guarantee you he has another repair card in here. Right there it is. And yeah, he would have drawn it. And then I would have played the card that lets me pull the repair card out of the discard pile to get another one. It's just too little too late. So Kirk is doing fine. I mean, he's winning the game, for Pete's sakes. It's just, he has a lot to do. All right, so his turn is done, and now we get to the sisters who would like to repair. I don't think they can. They healed, or they hired somebody who wasn't elite. So 3. Okay, Yeah, these are worthless. I can do this to get a blue crystal in my inventory, but they already have 3, so that doesn't even help me. The heal 2 is nice, but heal is for wounded crew members, not for your ship. So there's no repair here. There's nothing I can do. Her turn's over as well. And we're skipping Khan, and we get to the Klingon And I don't think they have anything to do either. Advanced range, we could hire somebody if we wanted. Get some diplomacy. They can't repair either, and they had some damage. But the diplomacy is the only thing that we can do. You can use your diplomacy to interact with any outpost as if you were there. Or any Class M planet as if your ship is currently at that location. As your action, you may use your diplomacy to interact with any conquered or any Class M planet. I want to do that. So let's do that. I need a red and a black. So the black is available from the pool. So we're going to take that. And then we're going to do this. Actually, right here. That's a red and black right there. I don't even have to take from the pool. So this, I think, just goes, I needed a roll. That goes back. Okay, so I have a diplomacy of 8. And I'm at the M-class planet. And so then I'm just making this 9 and 10. And that lets me heal up to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to heal 4. And the Q card was awesome. That actually let us heal right before the buzzer. So that was very good. I forgot that Q allows you to do that. And so we could have even bought some, cards up there if we wanted to, but you would have needed more diplomacy for that. So Kirk is really the only one hurting. The sisters are hurting, but they did a whole bunch. Okay, we're at the end of the round. This is going underneath. And they're going to shift down. These are becoming less and less important, but we're still going to do it because there are some level ups coming up. So we do that. We have the 3 cards for the M-class planet. They go to the bottom. And then 1, 2, 3 are coming out. Like I said, we're nowhere near Class M. But that Q card is one of the ones. And then the hirelings, of course, the crew offer is going away. The good news is he didn't take any of the crew members. For him, this one's also going away. I was just too lazy to put it out there. And the dice need to be re-rolled. This goes away. Advanced scan comes out. Okay, so reputation-wise, that's where we are. We're going to re-roll all of our dice. And so that's the situation with that. Everybody, that's experience points. Right now, Cisco's losing. Remember, he was winning for a while. But all of this is subject to change as soon as we battle Khan. Everything is refreshing. And the skills are refreshing. Khan may get to the starbase this next phase. I don't know. And we are going to be on round 5 now. And if we come over to here, everybody's refreshing. And these are refreshing. Why does this guy only have 3? Because he hasn't leveled up yet. So, all right, and then I'm not going to make you watch me shuffle. So we'll do that off camera. And I'll see you in a few. And here we go. We got to take down Khan. So that means everybody needs to get prepared. Everybody needs to hire who they're going to hire. And we are allowed to leave the cube and attack Khan. What you can do is we don't have to wait for him to come to the cube. The only reason we're waiting at the cube is because if nobody's defending the cube, Khan automatically wins. That's the first part. The second part is, what was I going to say? The cube is giving us bonus to our hand size. So there's some good benefits there as well. All right, and we can recruit anybody we want from there. So other than repairs, there is a lot of benefit. So anyways, thanks for watching. Stay awesome, and we'll see you in a few.